Smells very warm and burny in here.
Oh yeah, you need to move apparently.
Yeah. It's 0 degrees, icy cold, and I'm washing the chaser. I'm wearing swimming shorts and fish flops because this leaks, because tomorrow I'm taking it to a show. And that show is Autosport at the NEC, which is a show for race cars. So I decided to wash the car of mine that looks the most like a race car. I remember this from last year in the Cove. It was quite slippery. Here we are. That is a Corsa with 2 engines. Absolutely mad. Twin engine Corsa, and it's stalled. I do not know why I bothered cleaning it. That is 2 hours of driving. I tried to stay as far back from any car in front of me as possible, but with the salt on the roads, you just can't avoid it. I'm not going to wipe down the car yet, because there's no crowds at all, so I'm going to take that advantage and show you some of the cars. We've got Yorkshire Car Restoration with their Mazda Cosmo, rotary-powered sports car, and the Lamborghini Countach replica. I think this is a Mirage Countach on display. They haven't really touched it since purchasing it, and you can tell it has not been restored. I think the whole body is being held together by that strap. R33 drift car there. Got the Datsun Ute. And then here is the twin engines Corsa. So one up front, and then we can actually see the one in the back. Massive turbo there, almost as big as the engine itself. And those 2 engines combined provide 1,200 horsepower in a tiny Corsa. It's so tempting just to go half and half, clean that side, dirty that side. I won't, but it's almost dirty enough to do that. Look here, it's actual grains of salt. Oh my goodness. Whilst the crowds are starting to fill up, I've got this little Christmas gift. I think my mum gave this to me. This is a record player air freshener. This isn't sponsored, it's just cool. So you've got your record player that I think goes into one of the air vents. Shame it's a bit of an angle. And then these are all your records. Each one is a different scent. So if I turn it all the way up, yes! I can't hear you. What? Yeah. That's a big part of the show. Oh, that's better. Well, that drew a crowd, didn't it? Oh, I'm meant to be on stage. See you in a bit. I've heard mixed reactions about Autosport in the last few years. It seems to have quietened down. I don't know if the car show scene is still welcoming this type of show. Indoor shows are not normally my cup of tea, but this time of year is pretty much the only show you can go to. I've been speaking to a lot of the crowd, and the crowd seems to still enjoy it, but traders here, sponsors of the event, and other stalls around have had their say, and it seems a lot smaller than it once was. So could this be the end of Autosport International? I used to come here back in 2014. There was a McLaren P1 GTR. You couldn't move anywhere. All I did was take pictures. And now, other than the petrol hedonism section, the actual race hall part of the show is a little bit quiet. They've still got some amazing Formula 1 cars throughout the whole era. And Ollie Bierman has attracted a huge queue of people to do a meet and greet. I caught a little glimpse of him earlier. But in the meantime, I'm going to look around and show you what is here and what the ratio of race car to road car there is with the GTR Owners Club, the R34 GTR, the R33 GTRs, and a Nissan Qashqai. This car has 1,000 brake horsepower from a Nissan GTR R35 engine and drivetrain. Little clue, the wheels, they're from an R35 GTR. The brakes, of course, are from an R35 GTR, as well as the power unit. And that's the NASCAR starting up again. Another car that stands out to me is this LS-powered Land Rover Defender drift car. This is a drifting Land Rover Defender. Not drifting today. Look at the tyres on it. Roll cage inside, the twin bucket seats, hydraulic handbrake too. Very basic dashboard. basic safety, but enough drift lock to win the Drift Matsuri Best Car of the Year last year. But going back to the show, you can see how spread out the cars are. There's still a great turnout of the road car scene, but I think we are starting in the best hall of the show. Another trouble with the NEC is parking. If you're a general punter, you're looking at almost 20 quid just to park in the car park, plus the tickets to get in the show, plus if you want to see the live action arena, that's another 15 quid, I think. So it gets expensive. Here is the main motorsports hall with the red carpet. This is probably the most important section of the show, and it's still a little bit bare. There's a lot of traders, which are mostly model car sales, the odd clothing line and art brands, but it's still filled with road cars. It isn't helped when people dump their shed right in the middle of the show, albeit a road legal shed. Look at this crazy MX-5. It probably isn't actually an MX-5, but it's got the body inspired by a Mark IV. That's just such a lazy way to give information about all these cars. You have to scan a QR code rather than putting signs up telling the story. Scan this, information's there. You. And from the red carpeted area, we go to the blue carpeted area that houses so many race cars. But in front of me now, I've moved on to the next section. You can see absolutely all. I think this is backstage. They're not using as many halls this year, and we're back in the room to not much. I mean, we've got a pair of converted coffins, so when you pass, you can get under the ground in style in a Subaru Impreza, or get under the ground in relatively no style in a Mini. I think the main trouble is the UK car scene has become so oversaturated with events such as Adam Seafest on the 5th of May that people have got too much to choose from now. But at least at every single show you go to, you're guaranteed to see one of these. We've got a Toyota Chaser. This used to be white, it's white underneath, but it's been sprayed in pink and purple with its dragon on it. Another road car that you might recognise from the scene with some trophies and medals from Top 10 and JDM stuff, and the 1JZ on display with a pink engine cover. There we go, pink Toyota Chaser, just kind of right at the end by the sweets, and a BMW full of balloons. I do wonder, even at some of the most popular shows of the country, when trade stands have got no one looking at their stock or talking to them, how they can fund their way into shows, and that is apparent, especially here. Last year they brought in Matt Armstrong, who attracted his generous crowd of people, whereas this year they've brought in Nigel, Thomas, Frank and Spencer. But they don't say much. So I've got to battle my way through the crowds to get back to the car, to the stage, start the Chaser up, take it on the stage and talk to people about Adam's Seafest on the 5th of May. Misha's just come off the stage. I don't know if this car will start because the battery's a bit poo at the moment. That was boring, it started. So I brought it around to the front, we've done a piece to the stage, and I started revvering it, and that is not all of the cylinders. There's an engine warning, there's an engine warning light.
Japanese reliability free.
They're meant to be reliable. Oh, it's dying. Oh, the engine warning light's gone now. No, it's come back.
That's a bit more.
I've got a 2-hour drive. Oh, now I can't hear what it's doing. Right. This is meant to be my reliable car, and I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so I do need to get home tonight. It feels lumpy. I might have broken it.
You might have broken it.
Engine warning light came on. It was lumpy. Oh, it's fixed itself.
He's worried he's broken it, so revving it, that's going to help.
Well, it's because I revved it and it went, and then the engine warning light came on and it was going to die. Now it's fixed itself.
I wonder, open the bonnet and see if it's a boost pipe.
Yeah.
Because it did sound like it popped.
Something, that's not me that's fumey, is it? Is that me? Little turbo, how are you doing? It smells very warm and burny in here.
Oh yeah, you need to move apparently.
Yeah.
Japanese shit.
Yeah, I revved in front of the whole audience and it went wrong. I wasn't filming. Start filming.
I mean, there was quite a big crowd as well.
No, it wasn't really. It's a bit worrying because obviously I got a 2-hour drive back. Tomorrow I get picked up at 4 AM because I'm going on holiday for a week. So if I don't get back, that's no holiday. It should be fine. It's a 1J. They don't die. 1Js. How can I kill a 1JZ? You can't. It's impossible. It won't happen. Let's see what happens. So while Sam awkwardly uses a disabled toilet whilst a gentleman in a wheelchair awaits him to finish, that was awkward. I'm gonna start up the car again and try and get home. It's a 2-hour journey, and just hoping that the 1J behaves itself. If I break down, I've got no coat with me, no jacket. This can't get on a low loader because it's too low. So it's all gonna be okay.
No problems, just solutions in this camp.
Oh. Oh. This seems alright. Here we go, final release. Something's coming in. Oh, look at the max power Yaris. Oh, look at that piece. Machinery. Car seems fine. A lot of mixed reactions about what people think about the show. I mean, it was busy today. I just need to hope that the Chaser makes it home. I think the fact that the Chaser was sat for about 20 minutes whilst I was on stage, and then I got in it, started revving it, and it just had a hissy fit. I think that's what happened. The car was warm, but obviously it had just been sat, and then going from being sat to just kind of immediately revving. Oh, is this the way out? No, that is not the way out. Well, after 2 hours of boring driving and a bit of testing of the throttle, I've got an Audi right up my chop in an average speed zone, standard stuff, and the car seems absolutely fine. I just need to get home, crack open that drink because I've had a long day. I made it. The Chaser did me proud. I got home. I got to Italy. So it could have been a disaster at the NEC, but let me know what you think of that show. Will it be back for another year? We shall see. I hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you can hear me. Beautiful snow here in Italy. Let's try and do some speed and power and lowness. Here we go. But for now, thanks for watching.